The 2019 Agriculture Conference was held on October 15 and 16 at the Hawaii Convention Center to educate those from across the nation on different agricultural issues. Although primarily for adults, they also have a student track where they have multiple workshops geared towards students on different agricultural issues. The Hawaii State FFA and numerous schools from across the state are partaking in this annual conference. Throughout the two-day conference, students got to hear from speakers such as agriculture industry professional Paula Daniels, Dexter Kishida from the Department of Education, District 13 representative and sweet potato farmer Linda Coit, UH Manoa student and FFA treasurer China Chun, and Castle High School senior and FFA president Bronson Azama.
To join FFA is like to really go through this ag leadership program, and it's super important that we build leaders that kind of understand where our food system comes from, especially here in Hawaii. We're in a position that's very unsustainable, so we really need to start educating our children about where their food comes from to help them solve those problems now. And to attend these ag conferences, it's super good because it gives like students a lot of mentors to kind of look up to, especially in those fields, so that way it's like, oh, I can be like them, because a lot of students here aren't exposed to that type of leadership.
Programs like FFA and conferences like the Hawaii Agriculture Conference give students and adults a chance to learn about where their food comes from and what they can do to change the agriculture world.
It is absolutely essential for students to participate in groups like FFA and an ag conference because food is essential. Whether you're going to be a farmer for as you get older as a career, if nothing else, you're going to eat the rest of your life. And so being a very knowledgeable consumer, a very knowledgeable eater is key for everybody. I wish every student could actually come to a conference like this to get to understand the challenges, but also the bright spots on where food comes from, how it's produced, and how it gets to our plate.
What I've learned about the students in today's sessions, they're really akamai. They're really smart. They know what's going on, and they just need the time and the support to make things happen.
The conference brought the different FFA programs together from around the state to bond, learn, and improve their skills within the ag industry.
I think coming from such a small island on Kauai, this is kind of a hub for all growers and all farmers to kind of congregate. So what better place to bring your students to kind of see not only on their island, not only in Hawaii, but outside of Hawaii, what opportunities they have in agriculture and leadership and, you know, networking. I think networking is huge in Hawaii. It's more of who you know, not what you know, and to get them that exposure early on to kind of drive their vision.
To conclude the second day of the conference, the Waipahu High School FFA chapter shared their stories to fellow FFA members and adults on the panel.
Throughout this whole experience, I learned how to be more confident and be more conscious about what other people are saying. I've also learned how agriculture is perceived in the world and the different forces in the agriculture, like food systems and different jobs, and how that all plays into the role of agriculture and business in general.
Within the state of Hawaii, there are 13 active FFA chapters with over 150 FFA members. This conference is just one of the many events that students from across the state can come together to share their love for agriculture.
I think it's really important to teach our youth because Mililani is a different experience from, say, a chapter from Waipahu or a chapter from Castle. I believe that place dictates practice, and given that Mililani is not necessarily strong in agriculture, we're more strong in advocacy, so we use our space to testify for bills in legislature, whereas in Castle, they're more focused on wet kalo, or Waipahu, they're more focused on aquaculture and hydroponics. So it's really important that we utilize our lands, we utilize the practices and the people that are still willing to help our youth because agriculture is our future.
As a retiree, I am, through these conferences, through these interactions, I feel so good to see that our collective future is in really good hands.
Chloe Kitsu, Mililani Times.